So welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to go ahead and talk about the 1.34 patch notes that are very large, like 130 gigs, depending on what platform you're on. Obviously, PC is going to be a little bit larger if you have Modern Warfare and Warzone. So pretty much with the two reloaded, they're set to launch both this week. Obviously, we had the Cold War one last night. That one went through, that one updated. You got whatever content comes with that. But there's also going to be two new additional operators, the ZRG 20mm sniper rifle, which sounded like it's going to come out at a later date. But in this, it's already looking like it's going to come out in today's update. There's also going to be new bundles, which typically if you get the bundle, you're going to be able to get the weapon, but you're not going to actually be able to level it up and unlock attachments until you actually complete the challenge with it. All this content is going to go live March 29th at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That was for Cold War. We already saw that. Now Warzone, March 30th at 11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. They pretty much went through, didn't do much. This is kind of a terrible update. General, fixed dev error 6634 for Xbox, so I guess they were dealing with that. Fixed subtitles for characters that nobody uses because everyone uses the rose skin. Then we have the gameplay. We got armor now consistently should spawn as ground loot. This has been a big issue for probably like 4 or 5 months, maybe even longer, where you just cannot find plates generally at super or around the map when you're looting. They did add the mechanic where obviously when people die, they drop one plate, which is nice, but it hasn't made up for this issue that can sometimes ruin a lot of matches. The tactical map, when you pull up the big old map, you can now double click to place a danger ping, which I guess is a little different. You could do that before where you would double tap it. It would live ping a specific area and say that there's enemies there or hostiles. When hovering over some pingable objects, you'll now sometimes get a name of an object, making it easier to see what you're pointing at. It should now be slightly easier to point at exactly what you want when items are very close to one another. So maybe that's something like when you're looking outside a window and then there's a pile of SMG ammo, you'll be able to hopefully ping the other thing. Maybe it'll have priority for enemies. They also changed the elite pings to remove my pings, and that's just more a visual change as far as text. On Rebirth Island, an out-of-map exploit near the chemical engineering. This one was kind of annoying, but didn't impact a lot of matches just because it was towards that north far side of the map. So it was rarely actually in zone. And with how broken that mode is, if you called a precision, they were usually dead. They couldn't move out of there. In Plunder, self-revives can now be dropped via quick inventory menu. Yeah, that's what we need. Keyboard and mouse and bumper ping control scheme. Holding the ping button for a short period of time will clear all of your ping placement. All right, that's cool. Hopefully it's the same if you just hold up on the D-pad like most people have it. Weapons. Cold War AUG's base recoil magnitude has been increased, which I think this is going to be a troll. I don't think this is going to actually do anything. And if it does, most people are just going to swap over to the M16. They also didn't do anything with the FFAR, which is ridiculous. It having the fastest TTK pretty much point blank besides the AS-VAL, but having enough ammo to actually do something with it. And the mobility, it's just broken. They should have done something because no one's still using any kind of a SMG when they should be. So we got Cold War weapon unlocks now appear properly in the after action report, so that's clear. Attachments. The suppressor muzzle now correctly displays the muzzle flash concealment as a pro. So they just updated the description even though it did that already. Cavalry Lancer barrel now increases damage done to vehicles. All right, cool, good. They finally does something because there was nothing in the game before, and in Modern Warfare, pretty much all you had was FMJ. Smooth zoom variables scopes now properly mount on vertical walls. Fix some ADS firing animation issues on scopes. This was the one where it would kind of flash light. Hopefully they fix some of the other animations with scopes. Maybe it fixes some of the way it like just shakes all over the place. But there was that one where it would just flash on screen. That was kind of an issue. Fix the bug where some Cold War barrels were not having their intended effects. Operators. Baker's fourth operator mission objective is to eliminate 15 people using a weapon with an attachment 2-time magnified scope or greater now tracks properly. So you were just able to do it with issues. And then obviously the download's going to be huge. What normally happens is we have a content now and this update's going to be huge and it's supposed to shrink the file size and all that nonsense. But what ends up happening is they're going to actually... This is prepping us for the bigger update that is supposed to happen at the end of the season. So when it comes time around then, we'll probably have like a smaller, like 5 or 10 gigabyte update because they've already put everything in the game. The side note with that is normally the data miners are going to be able to find out a lot of stuff. So if you don't want to see leaks, I would probably avoid anywhere where you're going to see leaks because they're going to be visible probably after this huge update that's coming through. especially when it's 53 gigabytes for Warzone only and the rest for the game. Pretty much that's it. Lackluster, no change to meta. We're going to have broken meta most part, and if people aren't going to be using the AUG, they're going to switch over to the M16. So pretty much nothing's changed. Same boring meta. Hopefully maybe we get a gulag change, but besides that, pretty much it. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, please do me a favor, hit the like button. If you're brand new, want to find your way back, double check, make sure you are subscribed with notifications on. Appreciate y'all supporting the channel. Thank you for watching. As always, have a great day. All right, cool. So I did that mostly in one take.